Hi friends, I'm back, and before I jump into this video of things I wish I knew before having a baby, I want to thank absolutely everybody that has reached out to me one way or another through messages or Instagram, calls, text. I've gotten so much positive feedback from starting this channel and this project, and I'm just so grateful and thankful for you all because that just pushes you even more to continue. So thank you all. Just a little side note, if you see me looking to this way is because my baby's right here next to me. So yeah, I will not be introducing her yet. I'm thinking maybe in the next video, I'm not sure, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, so yeah, let's jump right into this video. So these are things that I wish I knew before having a baby, and this is not going to be your I guess your obvious things, like, you know, you're not going to be sleeping, or you're going to have long nights, or I don't know, you know, those obvious things, or sleep when the baby sleeps. Like, those are things that for me were obvious, or everybody tells you, so I guess that's not very helpful. These are things that honestly I wish I knew before having my baby, because it was kind of a struggle for me. And nobody really told me about these things. So I hope this is helpful to anybody that is expecting or planning for a baby. Yeah, so here we go. The first thing is baby nursery. So stressing about having absolutely everything ready for your baby when she arrives was just my biggest, I guess, stress throughout my pregnancy. We moved from one city or one state to another state when I was pregnant, and we didn't have an apartment. We didn't have, like, we were starting literally from scratch. So we had to kind of ship some things. We traveled with others, and we weren't able to kind of put things together because we didn't have the apartment we were going to stay in. Anyway, it was just stressful. But honestly, if somebody would have told me, listen, you don't need a baby's room, you don't need a nursery, your baby's literally gonna sleep in your room the first at least 3 months, or at least for me, she slept in our room for the first 3 months. Well, even 4 months. Actually, she still sleeps in her room, but I mean, like her crib and stuff, I'm trying to transition her, but you really don't need an entire room, nursery, crib, you know, all these fancy things that we think we need before your baby arrives. They don't need it. They need a bassinet next to the, you know, mommy's bed or dad's bed, I guess. They need just a regular changing station, I guess, if you have it, or you could even change them on the bed. Like, you don't need all these extra things that I guess people, or not even people, I don't even know why I was stressing for these things, because honestly, you don't need it. So that's the one thing. If you have like a 1-bedroom apartment and you're stressing that you need a 2-bedroom, you don't. Like, you really don't. Just take it day by day. Once your baby's born, once your baby's born, then you can start figuring out, you know, if you need to move to a bigger place or whatever it is. But just don't stress about those things. You really don't have to. The second thing is, okay, so find a pediatrician. Oh my goodness, this was the biggest struggle for us when she was born. I don't know why I did not look for a pediatrician. To me, I didn't even think about that when I was pregnant. I thought about my OB and my appointments and my checkups, and obviously the doctor that was going to deliver her, but that was it. I never searched for a pediatrician. I never searched for an office. Like, none of that just even crossed my mind. So when she was born, they asked us to schedule her pediatrician appointment for like 2 or 3 days after you leave the hospital, I think. And I didn't have a pediatrician. So there I am trying to struggle to find a pediatrician, you know, to find a good one that I'm going to feel comfortable with. And so once we found one, I decided to go. We took her in, and oh my goodness, her insurance didn't cover that particular practice or that office. So here we are trying to like figure out another pediatrician, and she's missing appointments. It was very stressful. And if you could find a pediatrician before your baby's born, so you could have that ready to go when she's, you know, when she's delivered, or once you deliver, I'm sorry, then trust me, your life is going to be like 10 times easier and just smooth. because obviously you don't want to just go to anybody. You want to find somebody that you feel comfortable with, that you've read reviews, maybe that some friends or family have gone there, you have doctors that you trust. You don't want just anybody taking care of your newborn little tiny human being of a baby. So that's my second thing, and it's super important. I can't stress it enough. I wish I knew that before she was born. It would have saved us stress and just headaches. So anyway, this is my third thing that I wish I knew before I had a baby. And I think this is one of the hardest ones, maybe, because I really didn't know this. You hear a lot about postpartum depression, right? You hear that, once you have a baby, then you get depressed, and you hear these horror stories that, some moms don't even want to look at their babies, and I'm sure it happens to a lot of women. I personally didn't experience that, thank God. I'm sorry. But I did experience baby blues, and I had no idea what baby blues even were. So when she was born, those first kind of couple days were fine. You're kind of in this bubble of like baby changing diapers, nursing, and you're just in it. You're not doing absolutely anything else. You kind of forget to eat even. But then after maybe like a week of her, a week after she was born, I started feeling so emotional, and it wasn't toward her. It wasn't like I wasn't or I didn't want to care for her, or it was nothing to do with her. I was still feeding and changing her and nursing and rocking and doing all those things, and I didn't hate myself or her for it, but I was just feeling so sad, and I had no idea why. And here I am trying to figure out, mi amor, ¿qué pasó? Here I am trying to figure out why I'm feeling like this. I have no idea what's even going through me or what's wrong with me. We're literally driving to an appointment or to get groceries or whatever. We're in the car, and I'm just like in tears. Literally, like if I had been, I don't know, if something had happened to me, if I've been like hurt physically, I'm in tears. And I don't know why. And my husband is kind of like worried. He's like, are you okay? Like, do you need anything? He's the most supportive person in the entire world. And I'll talk to you more about him later on. But he is just the best, honestly, the best human that I could have done this with, because without him, I don't know, I'd be a hot mess, honestly. But yeah, I had no idea what was going through me or what was going on with me. My parents were calling me, my grandma, but I don't know if it was having them far that I was emotional about. I don't know what was going on. But as I started doing research, I found out that there is something called, sorry guys, that there is something called baby blues. And it's just like, it's not postpartum depression. It's not postpartum depression, because postpartum depression can be very tough and it has to be medicated, and it's actually something that is diagnosed. But this is not postpartum depression. This is baby blues, and it's just something that I guess your body goes through emotionally, physically. You're drained, you're tired, you've kind of gone from one day to the other, from being just you and a woman and just yourself, a wife, I guess, if you were, to now being a mom and taking care of this little baby that depends 100% on you. So I guess that transition like hits you emotionally, or I don't even know what it is, but it is a couple of weeks that lasts, and it lasts a couple of weeks, I'm sorry. But then it just goes away and you're completely fine after that. So I was super worried the first couple of days. Oh, bless you. I was super worried the first couple of days because I'm like stressing, do I have postpartum depression? Like, I was talking to my husband about it. He was worried as well because we had no idea. But no, don't worry if you go through these emotions after having your baby. ¿Qué pasó, mi vida? It's totally normal, and you're gonna get through it, and just stay strong and drink a lot of coffee and talk to people that you love. and you know, just try to keep your mind and your heart and your soul and like whatever, you know, is it that you need, you know, if it's to listen to music, or if it's reading, or if it's trying to have at least 5 minutes to yourself, whatever is it that is going to help you through that, do it, because it can be a little bit I guess stressful, and you're kind of confused about it, but don't worry, it's normal. And don't feel bad that you feel that way either, because you know, I was feeling like guilt because I was crying, and I'm like, why am I crying if I just had a baby and I should be just, you know, thrilled and happy and just... But no, I wasn't for a couple of weeks. Nothing to do with her, but it was just something internally, and it's okay, and it's normal, and don't stress, and don't I guess don't beat yourself up for it. It'll go away. ¿Qué pasó, mi amor? It'll go away and you'll be fine. And yeah, so those are the 3 things that I wish I knew before having my baby. ¿Qué pasó, hija? Toma. Before having my baby. It's obviously aside from the obvious things that people tell you. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and it was a little bit helpful. Let me know if you would want videos like this or any other different type of content. Let me know in the comment section or through my Instagram DMs. My Instagram is _behind_the_frame. So I hope you guys follow, subscribe, like, share. Love you guys. Thanks for watching.